Joining us now is former Minister and former MP Smriti Irani. Smriti Irani, thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us on NDTV. Everyone is saying that this is an emotional, moment for their lives. And as somebody who grew up in Delhi, what does BJP coming back to power in the capital of India after 27 long years, what does this mean for you?
Well, as somebody who is one was also witness to the agitation where there were promises made for change in Indian polity, where Arvind Kejriwal was supposedly the promise of a new
Okay, so we will try connecting with Smriti Irani in just a bit. Those visuals
She's traveling
there.
somewhere, and that's why we are not getting proper connection. We'll try and speak to her, but it's so interesting. Like you when you introduced her, she's lived in Delhi. She's fought an election in Delhi from the Chandni Chowk constituency.
Kapil Sibal,
Exactly, and it would be very, very interesting to see, because those were different times, and how politics has come. From the time of Chandni Chowk, where she fought against Kapil Sibal, now to the BJP, in fact, making a comeback in such a big way as far as Delhi is concerned. 47 seats, 39 seats up from last time is something, a big turnaround. Let's go ahead.
Okay, she's back. In fact, she's in Kumbh today. Smriti, you were telling us about what this means, what this signifies for you.
I think it is spiritual confluence, Vasudha, where many Sanatanis were witness to the diatribe by Kejriwal against the Ram Mandir, against Kashmiri Pandits. This is a double day of celebration. But most importantly, I believe that Kejriwal had positioned himself as the harbinger of social reform, that he was now anointed as one of the most corrupt politicians in India, is the reason why he's been ousted from office. His personal political loss in Delhi and those of all the ministers who were contributors to his corrupt ways of governance, I think is also telling. It is a gratitude that I feel for the citizens of Delhi who have given him a resounding defeat. I think also the fact that in Indian political history, for the first time possibly, one man's guarantee ensured the rout of Aam Aadmi Party, and that man being Narendra Modi. So this is of course an occasion for great celebration by BJP workers who had been waiting for 27 years for sweet victory in Delhi.
Smriti ji, if I may ask you, like you said, it's Arvind Kejriwal, because he made it a referendum about himself. He said, if you think I am non-corrupt, if you think I haven't done anything, then put me back on the chair of the chief minister. Do you see this as people speaking to him?
They have left him free enough to go to jail now. They have left him free enough to now go to jail and pay for his crimes. That's what the citizens of Delhi have done.
Right. Also, Smriti, what does this mean for the BJP? Because, we saw landslide victories both in Haryana and Maharashtra and now Delhi. But does this also in some ways...
It means BJP is poised for victory in Bihar now.
But then can I also then ask you, what does this mean for the India bloc which came together in 2024 election, a minor setback there in the results of 2024, what does it mean for them?
Articulated, I think what the India bloc feels or what it means for them is best articulated by Umar Abdullah's tweet, "Aur lado aapas mein." This is an alliance which was power hungry, which is shattered in the Lok Sabha elections itself. And the fact that they came to a notch in Delhi, I think is telling about their leadership, that they cannot not only form alliances for the betterment of their own political prospects, but theirs is an unholy alliance on which the citizens of India, and particularly the citizens of Delhi, had absolutely no confidence in.
Right. Also, ma'am, what is it that BJP is getting right about its political campaign after 2024 Lok Sabha elections? Because these victories, hat-trick victories, both in Haryana, Maharashtra...
I think the one thing BJP got absolutely right was to make Narendra Modi the prime ministerial candidate for 2014 and his incessant victory. That's the one thing. To have the Sachin Tendulkar of the game as the opening and omnipotent batsman, I think is what we've done the best for our organization. But I also believe that the organizational skills of the BJP leadership, where you are not restrained to only doing big sabhas or big political rallies or events, but the fact that the BJP leadership has ensured that a disciplined organizational structure reaches out to every citizen, to every family, to every home. I think quintessentially that is one of our greatest strengths. That we have a face like Narendra Modi, but we also have feet on ground Karyakartas who will go home to home, knocking on the doors, asking for support and blessings under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi. And a proven track record that whatever we make promises in terms of our manifesto, we deliver. Jo kaha, wo kiya. That I think is another big strength of the BJP.
Right. Also, ma'am, does this mean that the campaigns that the opposition started with around the constitution, does that mean the BJP has put a full stop on all of that?
I think that the opposition is well within its right to mount any campaign that they so desire. That does not in any way mean that we as organizational Karyakartas will not live up to our full potential to ensure that the competition in terms of political campaigns and especially the misinformation that they use as a political weapon can be met with facts. I will not, in fact, be myopic enough to believe that there will never be an opposition. There'll always be spurts of the opposition, that the opposition is not endowed with political potential, intellect, or does not enjoy the confidence of the people. That is something for opposition leaders to reflect on. That is not something that the Bharatiya Janata Party or our Karyakartas need to bother about.
Ma'am, right in the end, let me ask you one more question. You are in Uttar Pradesh, you are in Prayagraj. There is a victory there to be celebrated in Milkipur as well. What does that mean for Uttar Pradesh? Because there was a lot said about Faizabad defeat as far as the BJP is concerned.
Be it Faizabad or Delhi, I think what has been resounding is the sheer arrogance of no matter who the opposition leader who has possibly mounted an attack on the BJP, be it the arrogance of Akhilesh with regards to Uttar Pradesh and particularly Ayodhya, or the arrogance of Arvind Kejriwal, who thought that Modi can never defeat him. I think today is the political demise of that arrogance that is espoused by the alliance which was brought forth by the Congress party. And today is the victory of good governance, and especially Modi's guarantee that brings us much delight and joy.